Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's nearly midnight, Valentine's Day, which will, in a few more minutes, will not be Valentine's Day. It'll be the 15th. Yes, I am paying attention to Litecoin. It is out of control. It'll be $300 before we know it if this trend continues. Surely you would think there'd be a little bit of a sell-off coming up, but I don't mean that they're just going to crash it, just profit taking episode. Maybe the price will come down and then go back up a little later. But this is cryptos. We might be blasting off for a little while here. A couple things. Chinese New Year. Their New Year starts basically Friday sometime. Maybe they fixing to start the New Year off right with some crypto. We also have tax returns coming in over the next few days. The earliest people who can get their tax returns, I think, started today, maybe the 13th. So anyways, that's extra money that people, instead of buying useless crap they don't need, TVs and extra laptops and extra electronics or whatever else, they're gonna be saying, you know what, let me get some of them cryptos. Okay. But I do want to give credit where credit's due. Anybody in the trade call group, you will realize the trade call came out approximately January the 17th. And it was for one called Wax. And since we've already given the call, it doesn't really matter now anyways. Of course, we all experienced a sell-off. We stopped doing trade calls while the sell-off was happening. We told everybody as soon as the market appears to definitely be in rebound mode, they'll be coming. And by the way, in the not so distant future, maybe a few days from now, get ready for more calls to be coming out, and there might be several just like bang, 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 bang. Just bang, 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 foot up a dog's ass. Friday. So I want to share this with you real quick and just show you what call came on. Now this call on Wax came out right here. Trader Boss gave it on this date, and he said, this was a coin that was a few bucks right over here for something. He talked about it, came down, back up, down, back up, started to rally up here. He gave the call. I'm going to tell you because anyone in the trade call group will see this, and they'll be able to attest to what I'm telling you. Out of all of this area right here, he gave that call right here. Gave the call right here. And this is an aggregate. Technically, it was about 65 cents on the exchange we were looking at, but you know how it is over here on, Coin Market Cap. It's an aggregate of all the different exchanges that are reporting in. So just FYI, but it's practically right back where it was. 65 cents or whatever it was at. It just rallied 119%. And I think it may have got listed on another exchange here, which caused this thing to pop. You'll notice when these coins get listed on a big exchange, they always pop too. But again, here's the thing. We had all this area here where the entire crypto markets were just taking a beating after beating after beating, which is why we didn't need to give out any more new calls. We wait for the correction, finish, okay, it looks solid, let's get back into it. So we're getting ready to get back into some more trade calls. And you're going to get quite a few between the next probably several days and March 15th, which is when this particular trade call session ends and then the new one begins. You should be getting more than your fair share, FYI. But isn't it interesting? He got it right here. He got it right here, and then this thing rallied up here. There was already instant profit right here. But again, then we had the sell-off early February, whatever. And again, nobody's got some kind of, crystal ball. These guys like him, Trader Boss, they're traders. They're good at their craft. But that does not mean they know every single price moving up, down, whatever. But this guy consistently picks a sweet spot for a trade call. But again, if you have a whole entire market going down, you can be the best of the best, and it ain't gonna matter. You just gotta sit it out like we've been doing. Sit this out, wait for the recovery. Recovery is now in motion. Get ready for some calls to be coming out. Let me think. I think that was all I want to talk about. Litecoin. Let's take a peek at Litecoin. We'll take a peek at all of them real quick. The main ones, anyways. Again, Bitcoin. It's nearly $9,800. It's gonna be $10,000 before you know it. Ethereum, once again, it's gonna be $1,000 before you know it. Litecoin at 230. I've seen it at 233 here just a minute ago. It was just 150, literally, like 24 hours ago. A little more than that, slightly, because I was doing my video last night as it was exploding from 150 to 183, Then it went to the 170s, 180s, 190s the next day, 200, 209, which is the next day being today, 233, and I am loving it. Because when your portfolio is heavily lopsided into one particular coin, in this case, 70% of my freaking portfolio is in Litecoin. When Litecoin moves 50 bucks, 70 bucks, you know what I'm saying? Believe me, I like looking at Blockfolio and seeing what I got in there. But I don't think that's going to be anything compared to where that sucker's going this year. And the good news is, all these coins you're looking at right here, top 50, top 100, believe me, they're all going to be popping. I mean, look at this. Look at these are great numbers right now. FYI, another one I just saw that was up very nicely. That was also a trade call. I'll just say it's in the top 8. Another trade call coin to show you how explosive it is. Not talking about Litecoin. So look at the top 8 coins. Wax was one of the trade calls. There's another one in there, top 8. And this is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And it's a good thing I got Trader Boss to do this out, because I couldn't do this. I'm not that guy. I am not that trader guy. Let me look at this one. Do I see a flag? Do I see a, reverse head and shoulder? No, that is not JSNP4. I'll stick to my damn ICO picks and things like that. I do very, very well with my ICO picks. Got a great track record with those things. That's my forte. Trader Boss and trading and volume and all the charting, that's his thing. The other day I was talking about, we've got some, not resistance, what I say, in that video. Support, we've got some support breach. No, support's on the way down. Resistance is on the way up. I was just so psyched and out of my mind, like, oh my God, look at Litecoin. I couldn't even think straight. So, anyways, yeah, this is cool stuff. So, just wanted to share that with you real quick before I call it a night. Take care.